Happy Saturday. Happy opening day for Tennessee football and happy win number one on the season for Tennessee football. Frank Rock, House of Orange Sports Channel. I'll be honest. I'm wowed by this performance today. Tennessee 69, Chattanooga 3. Yes, I know it was Chattanooga. All right, so I'll go ahead and get that one out of the way. But this Tennessee offense, this Tennessee team today was very, very impressive in what they did in this victory. 45-0 at the half. Over 700 yards of offense in this game. Nico Iamaleava sets the single game record for in a half with over 300 yards in the first half. Dylan Sampson, 124 yards. Dante Thornton, 105 yards receiving. Tennessee put the icing on the cake. They put the cherry on top with Jordan Ross blocking the punt, taking it back for a touchdown. They got close a couple times on punts today, actually. Finished it off, got that punt, got the touchdown. Just a great day. Just a great day. And again, yes, did we expect Tennessee to come in and take care of business? Absolutely. But just the way they did it, man. I mean, you look back last year at some of the games, and I'm going to get to a point I've got in a minute in regard to that. But even against the lesser teams, it was a struggle. This one was just never in – I mean, I don't think it was ever in doubt anyway. But this team just – they went methodically down the field on the first drive, took a little bit of time off the clock, and then they rolled. They just rolled after that. I mean, it was just a banner day. I mean, like I said, I'm just wowed by what they did today with their offense. I mean, on the day, Tennessee ends up with 717 yards of offense on the day. Just unbelievable. 417 passing. Nico, 313 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Gaston Moore, 69 yards passing, 1 interception. Jake Merklinger coming late, 4 of 4, 35 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Dylan Sampson, 12 for 124, 3 touchdowns. Deshaun Bishop, I liked what he did. I thought he did a good job in the action he got. 5 carries, 60 yards, and a touchdown. Cam Selden, 7 carries, 47 yards. Khalifa Keith, 10 carries, 39 yards, and a touchdown. Man, I was glad he got that touchdown on that drive because the dude was gassed when he got to the 1-yard line. But they fed it back to him. He got in the end zone. He got that touchdown. He earned it on that one. And he's a bigger guy, listed at 239 pounds. He ran hard, and he was not easy to bring down. Peyton Lewis, 4 for 14. Brew McCoy, 1 carry for 9 yards. They hit that reverse to him early in the game, and he got 9 yards. Nico, 4 carries, 6 yards. Merklinger, 3 carries for 1 yard. So 300 yards of rushing on the dot for them. Receiving, Dante Thornton, 3, 105, 2 touchdowns. Brews, 6 for 88. Chris Brazel, 5 for 59. Dylan Sampson, 3 for 29. Squirrel, 2 for 22. Trey Weary, 3 for 22. I know he's a walk-on, but, man, he had a couple of pretty impressive grabs late, and it was almost the same catch where he had to kind of dive back, and he made the play. Very impressive catches by him. Ethan Davis, 2 for 20 and a touchdown. He was the first receiving touchdown of the season across the middle. Caleb Webb, 2 for 19. Nathan Leacock, 1 for 13. I want to give Nathan Leacock some credit as well. Gaston Moore threw the interception. I don't know that was totally on Gaston Moore because I thought Dayton Sneed stopped on it. And, maybe it's still an interception, but the Chattanooga guy took off, looked like he was off to the races for a touchdown. Nathan Leacock did not give up on that and run him down. He got the tackle, and Tennessee ended up the Chattanooga kicker missed the kick. So it stayed at 62-3, or maybe even 55-3 at that point. I think it was 55-3 at that point. So you got to give credit. That's a hustle play by Nathan Leacock. Good on him for what he did. Holden Stays, 2 catches, 13. Dayton Sneed, 1 for 12. Bishop had 1 for 10. Chaz Nimrod, 1 for 7. Cam Selden, 1 for -2 on the day. And this offense, man, they just did what they wanted today. The one negative, I feel there was the one negative for the day. I'm not even talking about the interception to Gaston Moore. because I really just don't put that one fully on him. It was not a great pass, but your receiver, he did lead him. The receiver stopped on that one. The negative to me, and you could tell Josh Heupel was not happy about it going into the locker room to half, was those last two possessions going in the half in that 2-minute drill. They did not do well, and I thought Lance Hurd had a little bit of a tough time on that. Other than that, I mean, Nico had a lot of time to throw today. This team had a lot of room to run. They did what they did. I put the video out last night, and I'll put that at the end if you want to kind of refer back to that. But what constitutes a success today? That offensive line, if Nico has time, he was not having to scramble for his life all day. Yeah, he had to scramble some. You're pretty much always going to have to, move a little bit to get out of the pocket. But they protected him pretty well for the most part all day. The running backs, they were able to do their thing. And it was predominantly up the middle. There was not a lot of outside runs. So you think, especially with this speed they have with Dylan Sampson, with Cam Zeldin, and some of the Peyton Lewis, specifically those three, that they'll want to try to get them outside and see what they can do. But this was predominantly up the gut today, and that offensive line did their job. I thought they did an excellent job today. Gotta like how the receivers. There might have been a couple drops today, but it wasn't just, it was play. I know Squirrel had I think you would probably consider it a drop. It was behind him, but you do kind of expect him to make that play. But at the same time, don't know that I really fault him on that one. But I think that's the one moment out of that first team offense was that 2-minute drill. That's something they're going to have to work on and get in order, because I thought it was pretty sloppy today. Josh Heupel, like I said, going into the locker room, you could tell he was not he was overall happy with the first half. He was not happy with those last two possessions of the first half. And, the good thing to me today, too, you got Nico, Sampson, Cade Mays. You got your main guys you needed to get out by at halftime. That's what I wanted to see today. I didn't know that they would do that or not, but it was the right decision. It was the right decision to get them out. There were some guys who played extra into the second half. But, man, 717 yards today. I know it's Chattanooga. I know it. I get it. But wow. Just wow, man. And that brings me to a point. And it's still one I'm never going to understand. I know this is high. I just look back to last year, and I'm still wondering how Nico was never given the keys to the car. It's just not even close. And again, I'm going to say it again. I know it's Chattanooga. I know that. But even in the games last year against, lesser teams, you just didn't see this. Nothing even approaching it. And I don't know, man. I'm never going to understand how Nico was not the quarterback last year. Maybe not out of the gate, but that Austin Peay game number 2, it's definitely no later than Florida. He should have been put in and taken over at that point. You just cannot tell me it should not have happened. I don't care what anybody tells me. It should have happened at that point. Would it have made a difference in the wins and loss? I don't know. I don't know that it would have, but still yet. But obviously, it's going to get real next week. You're playing ACC next week. SEC's had a pretty good day today against the ACC. Clemson, as I expected, throttled Georgia. Let me back up here. Georgia, as I expected, throttled Clemson today. And then how about Vanderbilt? Vanderbilt pulling off the upset over Virginia Tech. I mean, we talked about Virginia Tech, and I was like, why is Pat McAfee picking them for the playoff and stuff? And, if you're a Virginia Tech fan, you got to be pretty upset on that one. Vanderbilt takes care of business today. Big win for the SEC over the ACC in that one. But, again, really the only thing with the first team, and I'm not that worried on the second team offense, because, we saw Gaston Moore. Is he Nico? No, he's not. He did not have Nico's line in. He made some pretty good throws. Chris Brazzell, man, he made a couple nice plays and couldn't get his foot down for a touchdown But to me, I was encouraged by the receivers, the running backs, the tight ends, just the whole offense. The whole offense looked really good today. And NC State's going to have their hands full containing this Tennessee offense next week. I know NC State's going to be better than Chattanooga. I understand that. Good luck. Good luck stopping this Tennessee offense, though, that we saw today. And then let's shift to the defense. I liked what the defense did today. My standout guy, Tyree West, forced the fumble early in the game, had a sack later on. He was, when Kerry and I on our Monday night show 2 weeks ago, we kind of had our picks to click. We didn't pick James Pierce, who was really kind of a non-factor because Chattanooga would not go after him today. So I didn't even remember hearing James Pierce's name today, but it wasn't because he was non-productive. They didn't really give him a chance. It was a lot of quick stuff Chattanooga did today, and then they did not run at him either. Tyree West, heck of a game today. I thought Boo did some good things. I was impressed with Boo. Boo did start, it appeared, today. He was active. He was able to get to the quarterback. I thought he did a good job today. I thought secondary, I thought they did some good things. You're always, especially, Chase Artopius for Chattanooga coming back is an experienced quarterback, put up some pretty good numbers last year. This Chattanooga offense is expected to do good things. I thought the secondary did a pretty good job today. Was it perfect? No. But my one concern, I noticed a couple guys got behind the corners. They're still not turning. They're still not turning to look at the ball. That's got to be the way they're coached. It just has to be. And that is a bit of a concern to me because it worked out good today. NC State's going to be a different animal, though. They have some good receivers that they're going to have to go against. So those plays will end up pass interferences against better teams. They've got to be able to get their heads around on that, though. Didn't really notice much with the safeties. Again, a couple plays. Brooks and Turrentine. I heard him call him I always thought it was Turrentine. Maybe it's Turrentine. But anyhow, they seemed solid to me today. I did not notice any busts or anything. That was good. Again, a couple of the corners, guys got behind them, but they did make some plays though on it. Linebackers, I noticed at one point it was early, may have been the first possession. Kind of seemed like the line did their job and held it, and Arion Carter over pursued, allowed Chattanooga to get a little bit of yards, but ended up, it didn't matter a whole lot. But I thought the line did good. Jordan Ross got that pump block for the touchdown at the end. When he was in, we talked about with him being on the depth chart. Was that, is this a sign of the progress he's made? When he was in on the line on defense, there was a couple times, I know at least once he got through and stopped the running back, and it seemed to me like he was making his presence felt. Got the punt. We can see why this guy was highly touted coming in. Caleb Herring was in there. Joshua Josephs had the fumble recovery. Kicking game, getting to the kicking game. Your punt returners, they returned a few guys, but I thought they did good on that one. Max Gilbert hit a couple field goals, and man, he hit that 43-yarder, and it landed above the tunnel opening. That to me looked like that would have been good from 60 yards easily. That was encouraging because supposedly Turbyville has the better leg. So if Gilbert's hitting that again, that was a 60-yard field goal easily, I thought. Kickoffs were good. Really anything that was you would call a negative day would be nitpicking, to be honest. That first half offense, I think, was the main negative. You're always going to have things to work on. There's always things to look at. But to me, I mean, it was an excellent day. It was a wow day for me as well with this Tennessee team. Only the third time in school history set over 700 yards. That's amazing. That's incredible what they did. And just the offense, the way Nico ran it, the way he was in control, just smooth. This throws. The quarterback play from this year to last year is going to be it's going to be night and day. It's going to be night and day. There's just his touch. I mean, there'll be a couple throws he'd like to have back. I think there's always going to be, but I'd give Nico easily an A today. Great job. This is the hype's only going to grow. It's only going to grow. And next week, I fully anticipate this being Nico's coming out party next week. That the nation in prime time is going to see Nico light up NC State next week. The next day, my first installment for football comes tomorrow morning. I'll have that going for you. And then tomorrow evening, I'm going to go ahead and preview NC State for next week. We're going to go ahead and get that one out. That will drop tomorrow evening. Hopefully you'll have the week. And then Monday night, 7:30, Kerry Williams, myself, we will go live on there. We'll talk the game today. We'll get ready for NC State. We'll make predictions and anything else that may break along the way. Big win for the Vols today. Not because they beat Chattanooga, but just the way they did it. Just wow. Just wow again. And good thing this team, telling you, this team's got a lot of potential this year. Now, that Georgia team looked pretty dang good. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with. Oklahoma last night looked pretty dang good. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with. But this Tennessee team is as well. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you share this out. If you have not subscribed and you like the content, hit that subscribe button as well. Lots of content coming. This is a year-round thing, man. Year-round channel covering all of it. It's an everything school. It's an everything channel. I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday. Frank Rock, House of Orange Sports Channel. And I'll see you when I see you.